So here's the scenario. You just got news about the King of Jews was born in another region, so you journey to that region to meet him while being guided by a star. But when the current king of that region hears about your journey and knows nothing about any king of Jews, he calls you to inquire. So you simply give him the basic information directly stating the prophecy of the coming of the king of Jews. After hearing all of that, the king of the region simply asks you to let him know where this new king is when you find him and lets you continue on your journey. Continuing to follow the star, you find the new king. So you rejoiced exceedingly with great joy and offer him the gifts that you brought from your land. But the twist here, however, is instead of telling the other king of this new king's journey, you are warned in a dream to not tell him and depart back to your region through a different route. Matthew chapter 2 from verse 1 to 12 tells us the account of the journey of the wise men to Jesus. With Christmas around the corner, I just thought this would be a fun video to fill in the weekly slot video for this channel. On this channel, we break down fictional media from a Christian perspective with emphasis on stories that twist the Bible. But rather than continuously digging in and revealing how Marvel and other fictional franchises twist the word of God into their plots, dialogue, and themes, we are on a mission to make more generalized Christian content covering unsung Bible stories you probably haven't heard about, and an initiative to do Christian creative projects ranging from making replicas of different places in the Bible to recreating scenes from Christian fictional films into a small-scale video game, using Unreal Engine, which is the same game engine that games like Fortnite, Gotham Knights, and other well-known games use. So if you are intrigued by that type of content, then please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing with post notifications so you never miss an upload, and even sharing the channel with others. But that's enough selling out. Let's get into this installment of the unsung Bible characters and filler stories you probably might not hear about in a church sermon, brought to you by the Xplanations. Yes, working title TM, where we take a look at Matthew chapter 2 from verses 1 to 12, which touches on the journey of the wise men to Jesus. And I'll be reading from the ESV. Now after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who has been born King of Jews? For we saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him. Now before going further, let's get some context and well-known information about the wise men according to Christian scholarly sources. The wise men were magi from the east, most likely Persia or modern-day Iran. This means the wise men traveled 800 to 900 miles to see the Christ. Magi comes from the Greek word
Magi.
I'm not even gonna try that because my Greek is bad and my accent isn't allowing me to say that right now. That word is defined as wise man and priest who was expert in astrology, interpretation of dreams, and various other occult arts. Some sources state that some of the magi honestly inquired after truth. Many were rogues and charlatans. Continuing to verse 3, when Herod the king heard this, he was troubled and all Jerusalem with him, and assembling all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They told him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it is written by the prophet, And O Bethlehem in the land of Judah are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for from you shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel. Fun fact, that is actually a quoted prophecy from Micah 5 verse 2. Continuing along, then Herod summoned the wise men secretly and ascertained from them what time the star had appeared, and he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, Go and search diligently for the child. And when you have found him, bring me word, that I too may come and worship him. After listening to the king, they went on their way. And behold, the star that they had seen when it rose went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Then opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. And being warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed to their own country by another way. Do you want to know why they were warned not to return to Herod? Then I urge you to go to Matthew chapter 2 for yourself and have a read, because that's it for this installment of the unsung Bible characters and filler stories you probably won't hear about in a church sermon, brought to you by the Xplanations. Yes, working title TM. Let me know if you did go and finish reading in the comments. I'm beginning to realize, as I stated in the last installment of this, that we are beginning to cover more well-known stories in the Bible rather than completely unsung ones that I started off this series with, which is quite ironic to me still. But before ending of this video, I have a little fun fact. Did you know that the Bible never stated the amount of wise men there were? It's generally assumed to be 3 because of the number of gifts they gave, but there is nowhere stated in the text of Matthew that there was exactly 3 wise men. Just a fun fact I wanted to put out there. If you enjoyed, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more of this series and other fictional media breakdowns from a Christian perspective. I'm trying to push for 1,000 subs, so any help towards that will be greatly appreciated. If you are looking for something else to watch on the channel, then I highly recommend the time-lapse video of our City of David project. Link to that video will be in the end card in about 5 seconds. And I just want to say Merry Christmas to those of you that celebrated and Happy New Year to everyone.